My name is Tracy Duff, and I live in St. Louis, Missouri.
Great, Tracy, appreciate that. Tell me a little bit about your background prior to coming here.
My background was in pharmaceutical sales. I worked for 2 different pharmaceutical companies, one as a primary care rep, and then the second company I worked as a hybrid rep and called on primary care doctors as well as pain specialists.
And what made you decide to apply for the AIMS program?
I definitely knew that I wanted to get into device sales. I love being in medical sales. I knew that from pharmaceuticals, but I really wanted to make a change, kind of take it up a level from pharmaceuticals, and I had really had trouble getting in on my own. I'd been applying for months. I think my resume was getting kicked out because I didn't have OR experience, so I knew this would be my shot to get in.
Excellent. And being part of the first class, obviously you applied prior to really knowing much about the school. And what was your impression or your thoughts about what you were applying for? What did you think you were getting yourself into?
I knew that I was getting myself into basically a comprehensive program that covered all orthopedics, which was great because I didn't really know where I was going to end up, and so that was appealing to me to get an overall basis of orthopedics, and was just hoping to learn as much as I could in the 8 weeks and hopefully come out with a great job at the end. So.
Once you got here, did that impression of what you thought the school was and what it is, did that change, or is it exactly what you thought?
It definitely exceeded my expectations. Everything here has been top-notch. The instructors are very knowledgeable, have a ton of experience, have been able to give us, I guess, real-world experience on top of just the basics, which is really good. So it's been awesome. I mean, I've loved every second of it. So.
How do you think the experience that you've learned here is going to help you in the field as a sales rep?
Definitely, I think on day one, I'm going to be light years ahead of, I guess, what the normal starting rep would be at on day one, just as far as knowing what to do, what not to do, you know, key players, who to talk to, you know, just, I don't know, everything. I mean, just background knowledge, whether it's anatomy, whether it's how to approach a surgeon, whether it's how to approach purchasing. Just so many things that I think normally it would take 6 months to a year for an average starting rep to figure out. I guess the light bulb has kind of already gone off on our end because we've been here and done this. So,
if you were walked in as a medical sales rep prior to coming to the school, how well do you think you would have been as a sales rep in the field?
If I had come here?
No, if you had not come to the school first and you just walked out as a sales rep in the field without this training, how well do you think you would have fared as a sales rep?
I think that I would have been successful, but I think it would have taken me a lot longer to get there. I think I probably would have spent the first year kind of walking around clueless, just trying to figure everything out. I think the learning curve would have been so much longer not having this on the front end. So, and you know, employers aren't always willing to give you that long, so who knows how that works.
Sure.
So.
What tips, if any, would you give to any incoming students or somebody interested in AIMS or students coming in? What tips would you give them so that their experience here would be better?
I think just to really focus during the home study, focus on surgical videos and reading as much as you can, clinical studies, and just keeping in mind that you don't have to understand it all, because even if you read through it and you think I have no idea what this is talking about, at some point when you get here in Memphis it will make sense and light bulbs will go off. So just to read as much as you can, study hard, make it a daily habit before you get here so that you get the most out of it. I mean, it's your money you're paying, so you want to get as much as you can out of it. So.
Sure. If this was an interview for a job and you're interviewing for a job, what is it that you learned from here that you would tell me was the reasons why we would hire you?
Oh gosh, the list is forever long. I mean, like I said, just being able to go in on day one and make an impact rather than waiting 6 months. I mean, just everything from pre-call planning, knowing how to profile your surgeons so that you can start seeing those really important people on the first week instead of taking 6 months to figure out who those surgeons are. I mean, that's huge, and that's what employers are looking for. They need somebody, they don't have time to waste, they need somebody that can come in right then and start making money and you know, asking for the business. And so I think this has given me the confidence to go in there and start doing that so much earlier, making an impact. Does that answer your question?
Sure. And as you start in your career, how well do you think you'll fare now after having the educational experience here?
I think that I'll be very successful, and especially once I get the product training from my prospective company, because I think that while everybody else is kind of, you know, I don't know, trying to take everything in at product training, I think I'm going to be so much more ahead. I think I'm going to spend my time focusing, like I said, on my surgeons, profiling my market, figuring out where I'm going to get the best return on investment instead of being bogged down trying to learn anatomy and, you know,
Sure.
the scientific or the technical part of it. So.
A couple more questions.
Sure.
What did you find that if you look back at this experience and said, man, that was fun? What was fun?
Oh, what was fun? Everything was fun. I mean, just the class dynamics. I mean, I think we have so many people that have different backgrounds and come from different places. And so, and everybody has been in sales, so everybody's got that really dynamic, outgoing, extroverted personality. And so when you throw all those people in the room together, you're going to have fun, you know. And I think the fact that we all want to be here, we all paid money to be here, we all worked really, really hard to try to get in. And so now that we're here, we want to make the most of it and have fun. And so I think everybody's attitudes, instead of being forced into this training, we want to be here. So we make the most of it.
So if your friend sees you in the street and says, you know, gosh, you spent, you know, the last 8 weeks in this program, they said, what's the one thing you will always remember about the program? What experience is it that you're going to think, gosh, that was great?
Probably, I guess, from a technical side or from a social, like, I mean, the people I've met.
I'm just curious what you're going to walk away and say, man, that was great.
The cadaver lab, for sure, because I've never done that before, never, you know, been in an OR before, so just being right there front and center with a cadaver, you know, 2 feet away from me, that was awesome. And that really, I guess for me, it really solidified the fact that this is my passion, this is what I want to do. And you know, I didn't freak out. I loved every minute of it. I wish I could have seen 12 more surgeries that day, and just, so that was really cool to me. So.
Any last thoughts?
No, it's been awesome. I've loved it. I mean, I almost wish I could stay a couple more weeks, just because when I think about how much I've learned, I think, I mean, I don't know, but this has given me what I need to go forward and be successful, so I'm excited.
Excellent. Last question, and then we'll
Sure.
let you go.
Okay.
Would you do it again?
Absolutely.
Good.
Yes, I would.